Hello darlings, you can see I'm using my favourite utensil, the pressure cooker, and this is going to come in handy because today I'm going to make Chole Bhature. And these I had first when we were visiting India. I was probably about 7 or 8 and we did a road trip from Delhi to the Punjab and we stopped off at this dhaba, and these chanas that they made were amazing and the bhaturas were really soft and fluffy. So I think we should get cracking. I'm going to be the dhabe wali. Here we have some chickpeas which I soaked overnight and I've rinsed them and washed them. So they're going to go into my pressure cooker. So here I have some water which I'm going to pour into my chickpeas. So I'm going to leave these to pressure cook for about 4 to 5 whistles or until the chickpeas are really soft and mushy. Well, let's get on with the base. So my pan is getting hot. Into that, of course, ghee. Pop a dollop in there, let that melt. Into this, I'm going to add some cumin, the coriander seed, a little sprinkling. Now, into that, a couple of chopped onions. Give them a stir. So into this, I'm going to add some green chilli. Slice them in, give that a stir, and then in we go with our ginger and garlic paste. Now this is 2 parts ginger, 1 part garlic. Give that a stir. So my ginger and garlic paste is cooked out. Smells very fragrant. Oh, and my pressure cooker's whistling at me. Oh, and again. Oh. Okay, in with our dry spices. I've got some cumin powder here, coriander powder, a little bit of that, a bit of chili powder, as much or as little as you like, some turmeric, some salt to taste, so I'm going to add this special garam masala. Now this, I will show you what it is. I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of this. And a couple of tomatoes. Pop them in. So I'm going to add some water to this, just to prevent my masalas from burning. You can see that the colour is almost there. Now we just need to let this cook down. Crank up the heat. That garam masala that I put in here, let me show you. So you see, this is a blend of dry spices. There's some cardamom in there, some cinnamon, some bay leaves, some cumin, coriander, some dried chilli, some cloves, you name it. And what I did, I dry roasted it in a very hot pan, ground it, and made this. This is delicious, perfect for chanas. So now I'm going to put in this some tea. Yes, you heard me, tea. Now this is always put in chole bhature, well, chole, not the bhatura part. And this is to enhance that rich dark colour. Now I've just had a couple of tea bags soaking in some hot water. So I'm just going to pour this in. Oh, see, it just goes lovely goldeny brown colour. So now I'm going to add a lovely ingredient. This is tamarind paste. So I'm going to add about half a teaspoon, mix it in. So once that's mixed in, now just before I carry on, I just want to say, if you can't get tamarind paste, you can buy some fresh tamarind, soak it in hot water, and then just use that. That's perfectly fine. So we need to let this cook down. So while that's happening, let's check on the chickpeas. So this has had about 5 whistles. You can grab one of these little beauties and it's mashing really easily against the back of this spoon. That's done. So I'm going to add my chickpeas with some of the water into my masala. crank up the heat. So now there's a lot of water in here. Yes, you may say, oh, she's put too much water in. Don't panic. We're going to leave this on the side to reduce down. And while that's happening, I'm going to show you how to make the bhaturas. These are really easy. You'll find it a doddle. My pan is on with the oil heating. So let me show you. Here, I have some plain flour, to which I'm going to add some yogurt. So just some plain yogurt. A little bit of sugar, because bhaturas have a little bit of sweetness to them. And again, a contrast with the salt. A little bit of salt and some baking powder. Now this will make them light, fluffy and airy. Now let's just mix this in, incorporate it. Now I'm going to add some milk. Now when I'm adding the milk, just keep stirring because you don't want it to get too wet. Stir as you go. Add a bit more. Be very careful when you are adding the milk, because there's always a danger of this getting really, really sticky. And if that does happen, just add more plain flour. So it's coming together, and now it's time to go into my hands. Bring it together. So what you find, if it gets too sticky, add a bit of oil to your hands and it'll smoothen it out. And then once it's done that bit, you need to keep it covered with a damp cloth for a minimum of 2 hours in a warm place, or overnight preferably. Luckily for you guys, I've made some earlier, but let me go and wash my hands. So here's some that I made earlier. See, it's nice and shiny. And this, fingers crossed, will puff up beautifully. So maybe I'll just do a little oil on my hands. It's lovely and soft and stretchy, is exactly how we want it. Roll it out. Now, a bit of flour. And we just roll. Don't worry too much about the shape, it's totally fine. Here we go. The oil should be hot. Keep pushing it down, apply a little bit of pressure so it'll puff up nicely. And when it's golden brown on one side. Lovely. Drain off any excess, and in she goes. There we go, lovely. And I'm just going to make a few more. So you can see that all the water has reduced nicely and they've become really yummy and thick. Right, for final garnish, I'm going to add some coriander and a little wedge of lemon on the side and a few onion rings just to, you know, give it that Punjabi flavour. And there you have it, guys. Chole Bhature, Neelam Dhaba wali style.